Good morning, everyone, or afternoon if you're watching it in the afternoon or evening. It's morning where I am. I am making you this video so you have an idea of what you've gotten yourself into with the happiness challenge. So I made a list so I didn't forget anything, because Lord knows I would have. I want to just go over really quickly with you the checklist that you have in the files and documents, some of the expectations, a little bit of the lay of the land, and then information on how to contact me. So I will actually open it so I don't say anything incorrectly. I have to make stuff up. So everybody who is watching this video, ideally, you are actually on step one of the checklist. If you're seeing it outside that context, make sure you immediately go to the documents and files section of the group and look for the getting started list. Getting started list only has a few items on it. It's really, really simple. You're going to get your books. I made a list of the 3 books that we're going to use. Again, I want to reiterate this. You can check them out from the library. You can borrow them from a friend. Some of them are online for free. I even listed the first chapter of the first book on there for free. I will not accept, I didn't have the money, so I didn't buy the book. There are way too many options in this crazy world of technology and access that there's absolutely no excuse for you not to be able to get a book. And then if you do want to purchase it, the books are like $9, $10. This is not a break the bank situation, okay? So, and you only need to get one a month. So if that's a really big deal for you, then you can wait, okay? So no excuses on the books. I won't be listening to any of that. Okay. Second is to add your roster, information to the roster. So the roster is going to have where you live and how old you are. And that's actually going to help us pair you with a buddy. We used to have some more information on there too, like if you have kids and if you're married and things like that, which I do that on the paid challenges, but on the free challenges, it's just too in depth. I don't take it that far. So it'll just be someone who's near you and is about your age range, at least in the same time zone. So you guys, sometimes you pair someone from Washington with someone from New York, right? They don't really click because they can't really communicate. So there's a note on the list about the document. The roster itself will have to be updated every day. So you need to figure out how to use it now. Okay? I know some people are going to say they can't do it from their phone. If you can't do it from your phone, then you don't have both of the apps installed. I listed it right there. It's the Google Docs and Google Apps. And it might be called Google Drive as they're doing some updates here, that first one. But it will come up the same way. You have to have them both. You can't just have one. You can view in one, but you can't edit without the other. Again, the computer also works just fine anytime. So you can jump on a computer and that will make it a lot easier for you. But if you're one of those people who really just is a phone person, you absolutely can't. All of my challenge groups use this system. Everyone's able to update their points. It is not an issue. So if you're running into some trouble, do some Googling, have your buddy help you. I don't know, figure something out. But you can, and you need to be able to every single day for the next 90 days. So figure it out. Then, of course, finding me on Facebook. We're going to be doing some posts on our personal pages. I need to be able to see them. And so I need to be your friend on Facebook. So send me a friend request. And then I'll actually go through. It's really easy for me if I wait to accept all of them at once. So I'll go through like on Monday and go to the members section. And if you hover over the names, I can just hit accept, 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 accept. It makes it really easy for me. So I won't accept it right away. I'll do it all at once, but I need everyone to send me a friend request. If for some reason you don't, I might send you one if I get that far. I don't like to just because Facebook is a little fussy if you send too many friend requests, and I can't afford with the business not to be able to send friend requests. So please help me out and send one to me. Okay. So the list is really simple. It's not a big deal. Everyone already texted me their number, and everyone already signed up with an account. So you guys should be like good to go. Okay. So list done. The books list, very simple. It's in there. There's 3 books. There's 3 months. That you guys can do some math on that. We're gonna do 1 book a month. Now I'm gonna recommend that some people are gonna drop out of this challenge. And that's gonna suck. But it's gonna happen. People are gonna quit. There are people who are not ready to really commit to being truly happy. There's people who are so complacent with being miserable that that's where they're going to be, and they're going to find excuses not to do the work here. I recommend getting all 3 books now if you can, so that if you do leave, you can keep reading. Because these books, I wish I could have you just like absorb all the information all at once on day 1, read all 3 books. They're equally important, but don't want you to miss out on the second 2 or the third one or whatever, because. So, small recommendation, it's up to you. Get all 3, and if something happens. Okay? But there's 3, 1 a month, pretty simple. You do the math. I think there's 6 chapters in the Compound Effect, so it's like 1 chapter in a quarter or something a week. You can break that up however you'd like. We're going to talk about the book in the Facebook group, so you just want to stay on top of your reading. You will be given a buddy. Okay. You'll be given a buddy. Your buddy is going to be like your person. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, you're my person, right? For the whole time. You lose somebody, we will lose some people. That does happen. I will re-buddy you, but it kind of sucks because then you have to start to get to know someone all over again, and it's not the same. So I really recommend that you really get to know your buddy, you build a relationship with them, and you have that all the way through the end. They're going to help you finish, and that's going to help because the group is going to be kind of big, and not everything's going to be addressed all the time right away. Your buddy can be the person that kind of talks you down. Maybe you're not having a good day with gratitude or something, or you're having a crappy day and you're going into victim mode or whatever you're doing, and you don't want to do your reading, or maybe you just feel like being miserable that day. Your buddy's going to be the one to sort of help you one-on-one, and you guys are going to be in this together. It's a really cool part. Some people don't take it seriously. I don't know if they just think they don't have time or what other story they're telling themselves about why, or maybe they don't like to connect with people because they've got weird issues with that. It's probably the coolest part of any challenge group. So don't waste it. Embrace it. Jump all in. One recommendation that I always make is be the better buddy. So that means no bitching and being like, oh, they never reach out to me, so I stopped reaching out to them. No. Be the person that reaches out every single day. Be the person that doesn't let it go 3 days without a conversation. Be the person who is saying like, hey, I noticed you didn't do your thing on Facebook today. Like, what's going on? Be the better buddy, because what happens is while you're serving that person, you serve yourself. It's just like being a teacher or a mentor or a coach or anything else. If you have to be the one that kind of like goes that extra, like I'm committing to you that I will talk to you every day, whether you talk to me or not, then you will have an incredible journey. So everybody wins. So really, really commit to being like the best buddy you can be. Okay. So daily questions. There's going to be little questions that I put in the group, and you can answer them or not. It's your call. I'm going to explain why you want to, though. And they're just little questions that we can get to know each other a little bit better. Right now, we're just sort of, nameless, faceless, little boxes, little profile pictures on Facebook. And I think it's really, really cool when we can get to know each other and find out what makes each other tick. What's your favorite vacation spot and what's your favorite book, and tell us about your kids and your pets and your favorite movie and all of that, and like let's come together on some of that stuff. So I think they're really cool and I really enjoy them. I enjoy reading them. I honestly figure out like who I'm going to be friends with at the end of my challenges based on those questions. I don't like have a plan like I'm going to get some friends, but I can always tell who's still going to be in my life because I just figure out like we click, or I really enjoy them. They answer every question. They're really involved, and I love people who are really involved. So please answer them, even if like you think the topic is weird or whatever. Just please participate. So, your call. I'm gonna explain the point system next. So it's your call. The last thing before the point system is the check-in. So every single day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 5:30. I'll have to check, but it's in the evening. Not too late, because I know people on the East Coast need to go to sleep. So it's not like crazy late. But in the evening time, you'll see a roll call. And it will be little asterisks. It'll say roll call, and it'll say day 1, day 3, day 7, whatever day we're on. And it's going to just, that's all it's going to say. And you are going to know what to do because you know what the questions are that I'm asking you. They're actually in the header photo. So the header photo says choose happiness, right? And there's 5 questions on it. The 5 questions are the things that you're going to answer each day, which is really, really cool. I think they're really cool activities. So I'm just going to go over them with you right now so you know what you're answering to. And you could just put like yes times 5 or yes, 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 no, yes, or whatever. Not 5, whatever. Because they're yes or no questions. I didn't want to turn it into this big, long thing. Obviously, we're on the honor system. I mean, you're here because you want something more. So I trust you to do the work and be honest about the work you're doing. Because I can't help you if you're always posting yes and I think you're doing great, but really you're not doing a couple things and then you're like still feeling sad or it's not coming together for you at the end. And I didn't know the whole time because you never said anything. Like, what are you doing here if you're just going to lie? So I've never had a problem with it. I don't think you guys are going to be the group that starts lying to me. Like, I think it'll be fine. So, did you post about 3 things you were thankful for? So you can do this in a couple of different ways. You guys probably have seen on my Facebook every night I do the 3 best things of the day. And I really just like to end my day reflecting on the positive versus being like, oh, it was such a long day, it was such a tiring day. God, I'm fighting with snow or, my coaches are doing whatever or money or whatever thing I could be focusing on. Instead, I focus on 3 amazing things. And I say the 3 best things because then I have to pick. And what's cool about that is sometimes you have great days and it's like, oh God, I have to narrow it down to 3. And that's a really cool feeling. Like, wait, more than 3 amazing things happened to me today? Like, that's crazy. As you start to do that, it's really cool for you to experience. And then there's days where you're like, screw this day. Nothing good happened. Whatever. Like, my house is going to burn down next. I just know it. Well, those are the days where it's most important to identify 3 good things because you need to find them. And sometimes, no joke, it's like, I got to shower today. And that's it. And that's really the best thing that happened to me today. And that's okay. Like, there's going to be days like that, but you always have to find the good in every day. So, once a day, ideally, I would think at night. That's when I do it. I mean, I don't care. You have some people want to do it in the morning. Whatever works for you. You will post on your personal Facebook, not in the group. On your personal Facebook, 3 things that you are thankful for, 3 best things of the day, etc. You'll post those publicly. Well, not publicly, but you know what I mean. So your friends can see it every day. Doing your fun fitness 15 is fun or fitness for 15 minutes. So a lot of times people think if they're going to start a workout program, it needs to be like this big ordeal. But they've pretty much proven that just to increase your mood and deal with depression, 15 minutes of activity will be fine. You want a 15-minute walk. Maybe you walk the dog twice. That's 15 minutes. Maybe you throw in like a PiYo DVD. I know a bunch of the PiYo DVDs are like 18 minutes long. Super short, T25, 25 minutes. Like no big deal, right? Nothing. Maybe you want to ride your bike or chase your kids around and play tag. But the idea is it's 15 minutes of physical activity that you like. So some of us sort of dread working out. I mean, me, I'm not a fan, right? And there's a lot of workouts that I hate. Like, you couldn't pay me to do Insanity again. There's no way. I cried. It was terrible. But I really enjoy yoga. I do. I love it. And it's crazy because for some years I hated it. Now I love it. And I really like lifting weights calmly, not all bodybuilding. And I enjoy walking and bike riding. A new thing for me. I just learned this year, but it doesn't suck, right? So it's 15 minutes of physical activity that you enjoy. That's the key. Any 15 minutes, I don't care what it is or what you're doing, as long as you get 15 minutes in every single day. And then this number 3 is praising or thanking someone in your life. And my challenge to you is don't make it the same person all the time. It's really easy. Okay, I'm going to speak for myself, but maybe you guys will relate. It's really easy to praise and thank children because we don't resent them yet. We're not can't believe we can take out the garbage. We're not like jerks to them yet. But our spouses and our best friends and our family and our coworkers, it's a little harder to just look for ways to give them praise, find things that they're doing well, just to like go out of our way. Because usually, like, we're just like mad that they didn't do the thing or they didn't notice our haircut or whatever, right? So, I recommend doing your best. I mean, you've got 90 days. You might rotate through some people in your life, right? It could be really cool. So find someone to praise or thank for something in a really genuine way. And you can like write thank you notes. You can publicly post it on Facebook if they're like people who like recognition a lot, things like that. Okay. Did you share something positive on Facebook? This is on your personal profile as well. So this is why, again, why I have to be friends with you guys. So the idea here is that there's so much crap on Facebook. Have you guys ever just been going through the newsfeed and being like, holy crap, what is wrong with the world? Like, babies are dying in cars and schools are getting shot, and I don't even know what's going on. This lady's married to her brother. Like, what's even happening in the world, right? So, to me, the newsfeed is garbage. I hate the newsfeed. I hate it. Because there's so much crap. So, what we're going to do collectively as a group is everybody's going to post one positive thing a day on Facebook, which is going to, it's going to do? You guys are all going to end up friending each other. I'm going to be friends with you. It's going to make our little bubble just a little bit happier. There'll be a little less negativity. And you know what? It's going to affect the people around you. When the people around you see you getting happier, they're a little happier. And when people are happier because of you, it actually makes you happier. So it's actually a really cool, like, domino effect. So we're gonna share something positive. It could be anything you want. I don't care. It could be your favorite, like a song that pumps you up. It can be a motivational quote. It can be an article. It can be a really fun picture. I mean, I absolutely don't care, you guys. This is your version of positivity. Um, but once a day, you'll share something positive on Facebook. And then charging your battery. Okay, so a lot of us are overwhelmed and overworked, and we don't take any time for ourselves because we've got kids and pets and spouses and family, and everyone is so freaking demanding, and our bosses won't shut up, and all this stuff, right? Well, some things that you can do to protect that space for yourself is to take some time just for you. And it could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour, whatever you want to do. For me, something that I do is every single night, and I'm gonna say every single night, but I think we all know it's not true. Like 5 nights a week, because some nights just doesn't happen. I will actually read for pleasure, which is hard for me to do because I'm a bit of a workaholic. I'm like, I should be doing something right now. Read for pleasure for like 20-ish minutes, and then journal. Whatever like ideas, whatever little last things I need to get out of my head so that I can sleep really well, I just jot them down. Or I'll say, like, if I had a thought, like, oh, that's really interesting observation. Interesting. That might make a good blog post. Whatever. I'll write it in my journal. It's not next to my bed. And then put my phone into airplane mode. And that's it. I'm going to sleep. So no one can bother me. Like, my night's over. I ended with a calm. And, like, that little experience takes me all of 20 minutes. It's not, like, a big to-do. It's just, like, for me, to calm down, to center, to come back in. And then in the morning, I actually set an intention for how my day is going to go. And I do that before I turn my phone out of airplane mode, and I make my to-do list, and I just, like, calm. It's very quiet. No one else is awake. I have to get up early to do that. But those little times, those are for me. Because they make no difference to anyone else on the surface. Honestly, if I stop doing those, I get short with my fiance, I get short with my challengers, my business suffers, I'm less fun on Facebook, and it does matter. So I know that I need those things. So those are a way that I recharge, so I give back to myself. For you, it might be a bubble bath. I'm gonna recommend, just coaching me, that it not be alcohol or food related ever. Never ever. A glass of wine is not actually giving back to yourself. Um, the opposite. So if you want to meditate, if you want to listen to something positive, some personal development, you want to like, maybe you do your reading for the group, like quietly in another room or at a park or something. Maybe you hide in the car. I know a lot of people who hide in their car and they do their reading just so they can have like 15 minutes alone. So whatever works for you. Did you recharge your battery? Did you give back to you? Because we're going to be giving a lot to others. Did you give back to you? So those are the 5 questions. I realized that was long, but I wanted to give you a lot of context so you understood when I say Roll call. What does it mean? So that's what it means. So those are the check-ins. Now, the only thing required of you to stay in the group are your check-in and your point update. Okay? So it doesn't even have to be that you did these things. You can come in there and check in and be like, no, 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 no. No times 5. No, I hate everybody. It's fine. It's a check-in. You have to check in now. If you skip it, then you didn't check in today. And then your points. So each day after you do your check-in, you're going to go into the roster, and the link will always be in the same place. I don't move it. I don't change it. It's the same. And you will update your points. Sorry, I'm watching the clock and I'm trying to hurry. Update your points. It's really, really simple. I made a little document of points. Now, this is what's in the document at the time of this recording, but we as a group might come up with some really cool stuff that we want to add, and we might add it, so that's fine. But basically, your check-in is worth 1 point. Okay. In order to stay in the group at the end of the week, you have to have 7 points. There's no skipping. So that is a requirement. So at the end of the week, when I come in on Sunday and I look at everything, if you have 4 points, you're out. Like, it's very simple. I'm not going to give you a warning. I'm not going to chase you, anything like that. I want to work with people who really want their lives to be better. Okay, and I'm going to give everything to those people. And if you're not one of those people, then that's fine. That's fine. No hard feelings. But I'm not going to chase you. So you have to have at least 7 points at the end of that week, or you're done. Because the daily check-in is worth 1 point. So it's the only thing required of you is do your check-in, add your points. That's it. Everything else, that's your call. However, there's a lot of other points on here that you can get, and there's a lot of cool stuff that I do with the points. So if you share something helpful in the group, something positive, something educational, something that we can benefit from, that's a point. Talking to your buddy for the day, that's a point. Answering my daily question, 2 points. Publicly praising your significant other or children. I say or children only for the people who don't have significant others. If you have one, it doesn't qualify. It has to be your significant other. On Facebook, publicly, appreciating them, 3 points. Daily check-in and you did all yeses, then your daily check-in goes from 1 point to 3 instead. And then reaching out to an old friend, maybe rekindling that relationship's worth 4 points. There's a lot of people in your life that you probably want to touch base with. Letters you want to send, emails you want to send, even family members, And then random acts of kindness to strangers is worth 5 points. Each day is capped at 10 points, so you can get the max of 10. And then you move on to the next day. The only rule with the points is you have 24 hours to update them, and then it closes. It's not like, oh yeah, last Thursday I got some points. Absolutely not. I'm going to be checking it every day, so there's no coming back, okay? You've got 24 hours. If you miss it, you miss it. That's the way life is, right? If you miss opportunities in life, you miss it. If you miss a workout in life, there's no making up a workout. If you miss, putting that $5 away for your goal, there's no making, I'll put in $10 tomorrow. Oh, no, I'll put it 15. No, it's not how it works. That's not how it works. And you'll learn that through the books that we're going to be reading. So, those are all the points that we've come up with as of the making of this video. I think we're going to come up with some cool stuff together, so we'll be adding to it. So don't go off the video, go off the list in the documents and files section. Okay. That is pretty much it. Now I can tell you that contacting me, for the most part, should be unnecessary, and that's not like I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying I can't imagine why you'd need to, because you will be able to write directly on the wall in the Facebook group. So not until Monday though. So you'll be able to just write whatever you need to know right on there. And any question that you have, I guarantee you 10 of the people in the group have. So please just ask it there, because I'm going to be able to answer it in a public forum, and that's me answering you once versus 10 emails, right? That's crazy. So please ask all your questions in the Facebook group. If you have something that's like really private or uncomfortable, and even after bonding with the group, it's still so private and uncomfortable that there's no way. If it's short, text message. I will answer your text messages before I will do anything else. If it's long, email. Do not Facebook message me. I will never respond to you, and you will be sad. Um, email, just to warn you, be careful, like, depending on what you want to put in there. My assistant does read all my emails, and then she categorizes them for me. So I know what to answer first. So I'm not the only one looking at those emails. And I just, as from a privacy standpoint, I wanted you to know that. So you can, I mean, she's super cool, and you can't, she's not going to judge you or anything. I just wanted you to know that if you send me an email, there is 2 sets of eyes that will be on it. And I'll get to it when I get to it. It takes me a few days. It's not a huge priority of mine. My inbox is really not where I live. So um, that's just a little bit about how to contact me. I know some people will forget that and probably send me a Facebook message. I'm not going to answer it because I don't answer them. I don't go in there. So, I won't see it and I won't answer it. So please, please avoid that. You all have my phone number because you all text me, which means I have your phone number too. So that's contacting me. The point system. I'm sorry. I just realized you're like, why the hell do we have points? The idea behind the point system is that I'm going to constantly be doing little contests and sending you prizes and sending you fun things in the mail, and picking winners, etc. from the points. So you do want to have your points updated. Not only, yes, you have to have them in order to stay, but when you go above and beyond, you actually get a lot more benefit from, like, directly from me, by having lots of points. So sorry, I realized I went a little crazy on that one. So I'm back now. So that's pretty much it. Um, that's all I have for now. For you guys, I'm gonna see how the group does, and if I have to enact the can't, try, or maybe rule, I will. It's something that I do with some of my groups when we have a difficult time making commitments, whereas nobody can say can't, try, maybe. I want you to speak like things are happening, and I want to know what you're going to do for real and things like that. I don't know that it's going to be super relevant in this group because there is no workout or meal component to this group, so I will wait and see on that. But just pay attention to the updates. Things might come out during the 90 days that you need to be aware of, so you need to be on top of it. Okay. That is all I have for you guys. I know it's a super long video. I hope it like really prepares you for the 90 days, and that you are just as excited as I am. I cannot wait to share with you the things in my life that have absolutely changed everything for me. I cannot even explain to you guys how incredibly miserable, depressed, victim like of circumstance and all of this that I was before I started this journey with my fitness and my weight loss and my personal development. And like I said a million times, you can lose all the weight you want, but if you're not doing the work on the inside, it won't matter. It'll make no difference to you. So I'm really excited that you guys are here, and I'm excited to share it with you. It's going to be an awesome 3 months together, and I hope that every single person who watches this video crosses the finish line with us in 90 days. Have an awesome rest of your day.